Hi friends, and welcome to card number 3. We are going to create this card two different ways, but first we're going to start with using our paint pen or paint marker on this ornament to color over our toffee cardstock. You see, I brought in just a piece of scrap paper so that I could color over that and not get the paint on anything else. And we're just going to set that aside to dry. You're going to want to make sure you give that good time to dry. And look at the difference that it makes on that toffee cardstock. Absolutely love that look. But make sure you give it good time to dry because I didn't let mine dry enough and it smudged. Now we're going to start creating card number 3 exactly per the workshop instruction. Next, we're going to grab the greenery stamp set to go along the bottom of this piece here. I used the Versamat to line it up and I'm seasoning it. Now we're going to go ahead and ink it up with the rosemary ink. It's not quite long enough to go all the way across this piece in one stamp, so you're going to ink it and stamp it twice along the bottom there. Just line it up, the beauty of clear stamps, right? And clean it with your stamp chamois, and we are moving on to continue building this piece here as well. I love using the Versamat to help line up my stamp sets because if you get them lined up on your black, it makes it a lot easier to line them up on your project. This one's going to get stamped down in the toffee ink. Going to add that toffee ink with our blending brush in the background. And again, I did bring in that ornament just to line it up to see if I had colored in enough space in the background. Don't forget the little greenery pieces that we're going to tuck in under there. I did use my tape runner, but liquid adhesive might work better for these ornaments. Okay, and don't forget your bow and all of our little embellishments. So I am embellishing this one and putting it together just per the workshop instruction. Once we have this piece built, we are going to go ahead and grab our patterned paper and we're going to adhere this down to the patterned paper. Again, I had such trouble getting it straight, and you'll notice that it's not quite center on there, right? So we had built that down and now we are ready to add in our gems. And this card will be complete. These cards go together so fun and easy. Putting my gems in a triangle shape, which is always more appealing to the eye. Now for card number 3 per the Creative Design Studio, I decided to bring in some glitter paper to mat around the back of this piece. Here, the rosemary piece. Now, I could have gutted the center out, but I just, for the sake of time, chose to keep it whole. I'm also using glue dots to stick it down because I didn't want to add dimension. So using regular adhesive does not work well on glitter paper, but your glue dots do work well. And so I'm now going ahead and building this piece here just the same as I did in the last card. Only this time we're going to use that gold ornament that we colored. Now I did say that I didn't give mine enough time to dry and I did smudge it. It turned out looking okay since we had the smudging or the toffee in the background. It was fine, but you do want to make sure you have that good and dry before you put it down because it was smearing the gold off there. We're going to tuck the greenery pieces underneath there. I just love that shine of that gold glitter pen. Now you could also cut this in glitter paper, right? Run it through your die cutting machine with the glitter paper and that would look beautiful too. The glitter paper provides, of course, a glittery look and the gold paint pen does more of a gold shine look, right? Both look fabulous and you could choose to do either or, right? Look at how fun that is. And I just love it with that gold paper in the back. Now, because we added in another layer in here, this going onto this pattern paper is even a little bit more uncentered, right? It already was bigger than you couldn't really center it because of the size of the rosemary. And then once we added in that glitter paper, it was even more off. So I decided to put the gold piece all the way over to the left-hand side. Now we're going to put in those gems that we colored, and I realized I only colored 2 of them and I needed a third one, or maybe I colored all small ones and I wanted a larger one. Anyway, I had to wait for another one to dry before I put it down, and again, it wasn't quite dry. It takes them a little time to dry. So I tried to move it and I was like, oops, nope, it's smudged there, it's stuck. All right, and now we are done with card number 3.